Hey guys, it's Amanda here. Happy almost 4th of July. Today I was just did my makeup with like this really peachy pink look, and I thought, you know what, this would be a good day to wand my hair so that it'll look nice for the 4th tomorrow. So I wanted to walk you through kind of what my process is, and that's about it. So this look will be great for like a beachy type of curl. So my hair is freshly washed. It's super blonde right now. I just had it like double processed, meaning they bleach it and then wash it out and then like process it. So you can see it's like super blonde with some highlights in it. So I really like it. And what you can do to get started is I'm going to section it into two sections. So I want to just kind of work with the bottom first. So I'm going to twist the top up and secure this with a bobby pin. Right, and then this is a product that's new. I really like this. It's called Love Plus Salt. It is a glass bottle, so that's really the only downside is you do need to keep it away from the kids. Amongst the Waves Beach Hair Plus Body Mist. Body Mist? I think that's Body Mist. I don't have my glasses on. I never really thought about using it as a body mist, but it smells just like the ocean. And if you like how your hair turns out at the beach, it smells great. Definitely, this is a cool product. So I already spritzed just a little bit in, but as I'm getting ready to wand my hair, I usually spritz a little bit more in and then brush it through with just a regular brush. All right, so we're just working with this bottom section, and I'm going to take bigger sections because I don't want teeny tiny curls. So I'm going to take a pretty big section here, and I've got my 3-day bender from Dry Bar. This is interesting. I've never actually curled my hair on camera without another mirror. Might have to set up a mirror. And you want to keep this horizontal and then just let it fall. So you can see I'm not trying to get a super tight curl. I just want a little bit of wave and bend in the hair. So I'm going to set up my mirror here so I don't burn myself. If you have burnt yourself with a wand, you know that can be really painful. What I like about this one is it's got the tip at the end that you can actually grab. Unlike like my Sultra Bombshell, definitely burnt myself with that. You can always wear a glove for some extra protection. And if you find that like some of these pieces turn out a little bit too curly, that's okay. Just throw them in the back. We're gonna kind of mess it up in a minute. All right, next I'm going to pull down the middle section. I think I told you I was going to do 2 sections, but I'm actually going to do 3. So just the very top of the hair, I'm going to leave up, so just a little bit. And again, wrap that around. And clip it. All right, so I'm going to do the middle section, and I'll be back in a second to show you what it looks like. All right, so I just did the middle section, and I did forget to spray my salt spray before I started wanding, so no worries. I'm just gonna spritz a little bit in now, and just give it a little bit more texture. I'm just gonna muss it up a little bit, and then I'm gonna take down the top section, and that I'm actually gonna show you because this is the section, like the bottom sections people not really gonna see unless you're pulling your hair up. So I'm going to brush those through. And then I'm going to actually go like section by section. So I kind of flop the rest over to one side and just work with this piece. And again, just a tiny bit of spray, more so on like the middle to ends of the hair. Just kind of go like that through it. And then for this part, you want to curl this, and this can get a little tricky. You want to curl this away from your face. So the bottom sections and stuff, I don't really care. I just kind of do what's easy. But for the top section, I think it looks better if you curl away from your face, which can get a little tricky on this side of your head, I find. Some people say, put the wand in your left hand. And I'm like, no, there's no way. Like my left hand cannot wand. So I crossed it over. But find what works for you. Apparently, if you really practice with your left hand, you can get good at it. But I've burnt myself so many times that I just don't. Not for me. So again, whether you have the clip or not, just take it behind the hair. You don't even need to use the clip if you do have a clip. It's another tip. Try to hold it vertical. I think I said horizontal at the start. Clearly, I haven't had my coffee yet, but you're gonna kind of hold it straight up and down. You can catch the curl too, and you can see like how pretty that looks. All right, I'm just trying to figure out like how you want to part it today to see like how much I want to do on this side. Again, away from the face, hold it vertically. And then another tip is you don't need to have your wand or your curling iron set if you have like a temperature. That's what I like about this one from Dry Bar. If there's any pieces you need to redo, you can do that. I think this goes up to like 400, 430, and you can control the temperature. It shows you right here. But this one is, well, I set it at usually 350, so you don't need to curl your hair on 400. It's actually really bad for your hair, all that heat, especially in the summer. So just a little tip there to maybe start with a little bit less heat, and then you can always build up if you need a tighter curl. So this I've already curled. Take down this section here. This I definitely need to go over again. I got lazy. And if your arms get tired when you're curling your hair, just take a break. And this one I'm kind of just curled to my face. I did like the opposite of what I said, but nobody's really gonna see that piece because it's underneath. There we go. Behind and away. Hold it straight. Count to 5. You can catch it for 5 and then let it go. If anyone has this 3-day bender and likes the clamp, let me know. I find the clamp to be really tricky to use, so I prefer not using it. But if anyone has any tips on how they like to use it, this section too, I'm gonna break up a little bit. So you're just curling and repeating. So I'm gonna finish up and come back and show you how I style it at the end. Okay, so this is the hair curled. And you can see that that salt spray really adds a lot of like volume. Normally my hair is pretty flat. And also curling it does that too. So right now it's pretty, but if you wanted to kind of just muss it up a little bit, there's a couple of products that I recommend. John Frieda makes a Beach Blonde Sea Waves salt spray. You don't have to be blonde to use it. It has nothing really to do with your hair color. It's just like their line for blondes. But it's a good salt spray, and I find that like this one's really good. I've tried them both at different times, like using this one when your hair is wet, using this one when your hair is wet versus dry, and same thing. And I find this one I like to use when my hair is spraying a little bit in when it's damp, and then like as I was just showing you as I was curling it. This one I like to use as more of the finishing section. So once your hair is curled, just maybe give it a minute so it's not so hot. You can kind of mess it up with your fingers a little bit. And then I like to take this spray and just start to spray it in. And it smells so good. It's got like a coconut scent in it. I'm all about the scent, but it works really well too, the product. So spray that in and then just kind of tousle your hair, depending how curly you want it or if you want it just more messy. So the more you kind of mess it up, the looser the curl is going to become. You can kind of like comb through it there just so you get that like wave. And then I always like to have it a little bit flatter in the front because I think like this lots of volume in the front looks very like Farrah Fawcett 70s. So I try to keep more of the volume like at the roots, back in the back, and then in through the mid section. So once you've kind of like mussed it up to your liking, let's show you what that looks like in the back. I always try to keep it a little bit curlier in the front versus the back too. Then I finish it off with my favorite hairspray, Moroccan Oil Luminous Hairspray. This is in the strong finish. I think I actually got that by accident. I think I like their softer finish, but either way, talk about scent. If anyone does not like the scent of this hairspray, I'm not sure we can be friends because it's amazing. So there you go. And then again, I'm just gonna like pull the front down a little bit and then have more of the volume back here. This hairspray really works. And once you spray it, if you want to make any changes, you need to kind of work quickly because it will, the strong finish does do what it says. So there you go. This is some big beach hair. My hair is always a little bit bigger at the beach. So I think that salt spray really mimics how my hair responds at the beach. And then if you wanted to do like something playful or something different for the 4th, or if you're just someone like me that gets really hot and you can't stand have like all this hair down in the summer, you could always do like braid this part and like leave this part down. That would look really pretty. You could always just like twist this, twist a couple of these front sections back. That could look really pretty too. So you can like see your highlights. And then if you wanted to do a braid, you could. I think I'm gonna braid. I think I'll braid this side. If you wanted to do a braid, you just start with a really small section of hair. And this is like, I call this the Lauren Conrad braid. Small section. This is hard to do on camera. Let me get my little cheat mirror out. And you're gonna section it off like you would on a braid, 3 sections. And you're gonna start going under. And for this, I like to do a Dutch braid. So you go under instead of over for like a French braid. And so you get that braid started. And then as you move back to your ear, you're only gonna take pieces from the top and pull them into the braid. You're not gonna take anything from the bottom. And that's kind of her trick to getting that cute Lauren Conrad braid that she was so well known for. So again, I can kind of show you, you're pulling from the top and incorporating it into the braid. And then depending how far back you want to go, you can either stop there, go a little bit further. I usually stop around my ear, finish out the braid. Like that. And then you can just kind of tuck that in. Some people like to have the hair over top of it. I think it looks a little bit better to have it up. So you could just use a bobby pin that matches your hair color. Secure that, depending how many you need. And that's like another cute way to wear it. You could always pull the braid apart a little bit and make it a little bit looser, bigger. But I think that looks really cute with this look as well. Very like beach casual. If you wanted to, you could do this side and like match it, but I think that just looks a little childish. It looks really cute on my daughter. I tend to do that a lot on her, but on me it looks a little, it looks like I'm trying to be like 5 again. So this side I usually will, if I'm gonna pull this back, usually like do like something different, like a twist, or just leave it down usually. So I hope I gave you a couple of ideas for staying cool with the 4th of July. Obviously this look translates really well too if you do end up putting your hair in a ponytail, or you could, twist it up. So you just give yourself like a really good foundation for any kind of hairstyle that you want to do. So I hope everybody has a safe and happy 4th of July. Thanks for watching.